Ooh, crooked here. Anyways, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome. Beautiful Saturday morning, so that's awesome. Let's get into what we got going on for this week. Start off with the GM update. We've got some exciting facility projects that have finished up. So we did replace, the window finally came in for the mantle. Yay! So I got fixed on Thursday, which was awesome. Robert also installed tinting in flow this week, so that to reduce not only the sun glare during table tennis in the morning, but also the heat. So it should reduce the heat that's going on in there. We also made some minor adjustments to the HVAC system, because I know 4 suits gets a little bit chilly in there sometimes. So we made some adjustments to that. So hopefully 4 suits will have a little bit better heating during these colder months. We've also continued to work on the overhead heaters. We're kind of struggling with the electrical company with that, but we're still working on that project. The pool deck was pressure washed and scrubbed this past week, so that looks a lot better. One other project he finished up this week. We still have a little bit of lighting out back that we're working on. Still waiting to finish the project up at pickleball court, and then we can talk about that one more. Well, I can't remember. Robert's been busy, obviously. That was all this week. So, been rocking and rolling over there. Staffing-wise, to give an update on that, we still haven't really hired anybody. We did, I think we've talked about it in the previous weeks, but we did hire a wine steward. So she's going to be helping out with the wine program, Barrel Masters, and then also helping out in the restaurant. She unfortunately sliced her hand open this week, so her start date has been delayed. So hopefully that's not a sign, but she'll be a little delayed. We did bring on one new server assistant 2 weeks ago, so it's good to have him on board. I've had 30, as of yesterday, I had 31 interviews scheduled for the week. Wednesday through Friday, I had 31 interviews scheduled, and I think 6 showed up. So luckily, out of that 6, 3 are coming back today for a second interview. So we'll see how that goes.
Now they have to get by me.
Yeah, now you get through Paula. Actually see the facility. So yeah, I might have to. Do you breathe? Okay, yeah. Here, sign the dotted line.
Yeah, exactly.
We did have an offer letter go out last weekend, but she ended up getting another job offer. So I've been obviously throughout this whole process in talks with Blue Star and Shay, and we're kind of working on a new kind of employment program that we're going to try and get done here in the next week or two. That'll kind of blow up our current existence structure and really hopefully create new opportunities and be a little more attractive to potential applicants. So we'll see how that goes. What?
We don't want to blow it up.
We're not going to blow. Well, the pool's involved. Yeah, let's blow it up. Yeah, revamped. Yeah. So we're excited for that. We'll talk about the survey. Survey's going well. And then what else is going on this week? We got planning next week.
Slides coming up that are going to tell us.
We do. New Year's Eve. We just finished planning New Year's Eve yesterday. So that's exciting. We could probably give a sneak peek of that at some point. But weekly event review. And we're going to talk about Todd's class, yes. Healthy Harvest.
Todd did a Healthy Harvest cooking demo, which was so fun. He did a jambalaya. And the way to make it a little bit healthier, he used turkey sausage, and then he also used low-sodium chicken broth to cook with. So just minor adjustments. But then at the end, he did put, like, a whole load of butter in there.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
A whole
Yeah, literally a whole stick. And so I was like, oh, well, at least it's good. But yeah, it was a blast. We had, I think, 13 or 14 people come to it, which was great.
Yeah, it was packed. It was good.
And Todd's phenomenal. So it's always fun to kind of get to interact with Todd in a different way that's not just fitness. And he talked with the members who were there about some different ideas that he has for upcoming classes for him to do that aren't just fitness. So stay tuned to see kind of how we can develop those into actual plans.
Where's my cursor? There it is. Happy hour next. We're already in November, starting Monday. So we'll have a new happy hour menu. Chef's going to do boneless chicken wings, shrimp tacos, crispy artichoke hearts, hummus plate, and a banh mi slider duo. So look for those items for starting on Wednesday. So we'll have those available.
And the beef slider duo will also still be here, but it wasn't new, so I didn't highlight it. But don't fret, it's still here.
What is the last one?
Banh mi, it's a Vietnamese sandwich is what, yeah.
Is it pork?
It could, yeah, it's usually pork, but it can be anything.
Thin sliced.
It is different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm curious how he's going to do it as a slider.
Yeah.
But Chef Gino's phenomenal, so I'm sure it's going to be great.
It's so much to do with eating.
Yeah, exactly. So coming up this week for One Day University on the 3rd, we have one called What is Money? From the Beginning to Bitcoin. I know absolutely nothing about Bitcoin, so I'm the worst millennial on this planet. And November 4th, we have The Epic Story of the American Railroad. That'll be a cool one.
We got a bunch of railroad members. That train hobbyists. We should make sure they're aware of that one. Member-led clubs this week. Man, it's November. Just weird to see November on there already.
I know. It's like
it's
a
crazy.
little bit of anxiety.
Crazy. Great picture, by the way. That's a new one.
Yeah, that's from our Ballard trip, our sightseer trip when we went to Ballard. At the Ballard Locks there, if anyone's ever been, that's when the freshwater and the saltwater meet. And so the boats go into their little holding area. So you can see the boat super low behind Nancy, and then the water level changes, and then it goes on about its way. That's pretty cool. So for Member Life Clubs this week, we have the theaters, Lord have mercy. Theater Lovers. Apparently that's a tongue twister I've invented. On November 2nd at 1 p.m. in Hawks Nest. That's the one that Ron was sharing about last week a little bit. We have Mahjong on November 3rd, 1 p.m. in Four Suits. In Intermediate Ceramics, November 4th, 5:30 in Flow. There's so many more, but as always, just highlight a couple each week. So be sure to go to MTL to see what's happening.
I do have to say the Amateur Radio Club yesterday was able to go to, got a special sneak peek, or not even sneak peek, just a special access to the USS Turner Joy out in Bremerton. And one of our members knew one of the members of that museum, floating museum, and was able to get special access to just the communication areas within that boat, which the public is not typically allowed to see. So they were able to spend the day over there, kind of seeing the old workings of that boat, which is pretty exciting. One of the members also used to work on a boat very similar, and so had a lot of nostalgia to it as well. So pretty cool that they're doing some off-site trips as well.
That trip, and there were 9 of us, which is
oh, there's 9. Wow.
And they got us a discount, and the tour lasted 4 hours.
Wow.
So we covered just about every square inch of that ship, and most of us were veterans. At least 3 of us were former Navy guys and a couple of Air Force guys, and so we got to see it in great depth, and all of us were focused on the radio room, which is our phone.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Great day.
Yeah, we were really excited to hear about that. Doyle was telling us, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's really cool. You guys were able to get that. Upcoming events.
Look at that flambe.
New Cooking University picture. Look at that one.
Woohoo!
Getting after it.
Flambeing up a storm. That is Fenton, Lisa Fenton. Fenton Rogers. Yes. So on the 2nd, which is Tuesday, we are doing our gate-to-gate kickoff walk. We'll talk a little bit more about gate-to-gate in a little bit. I saw the shields. Sarah, you guys picked up your shirts, so good job. On the 2nd, everyone's welcome to come down. We're going to walk for about an hour. And then the culinary team is going to have the Mantle protein bars available for us. But please make sure you register for the walk so we know how many people to prepare the Mantle protein bars for. But that will be happening, I believe, 10 a.m. on the 2nd. On the 3rd, we have Happier Hour with that fantastic new menu. On the 4th, we have a wine tasting. Do you remember the wines for this one?
Markham Winery, Markham Vineyards down in California.
Yeah. Yep, Markham. And then on the 7th, back by popular demand, we have another Painting with Bethany class. This one sold out quickly, and there were so many people on the wait list that we found a second date. So it's the same painting she did. It's just going to be a second offering of the class. And then on the 9th, we have a men's club luncheon with a British-themed menu. There's going to be bangers and mash.
Yummers.
And some peas and a salad. And something else British that escapes me at the moment.
British food.
Yep.
Sightseers.
Tacoma.
Couple of weeks.
Bless you. November 17th, we are going to take members to Tacoma. So literally right out our back door. We're going to go down to the light rail station at the Tacoma Dome, ride the light rail to the Glass Museum. So we'll go to the Glass Museum for a couple hours. There's a lot of great little restaurants right around there, so we'll do lunch on our own in the area. And then we're going on a private walking tour of Tacoma, where they're going to take us through, not a huge walk, but they're going to take us past some cool buildings, kind of talk about the history. We get a little sweet bag, because I don't know if anyone knows, there's a lot of local, well-known chocolates and things that are actually made in Tacoma. So they're going to have a little sweet bag, and then we're going to end it at McMiniman's, where at the Elks Temple, I believe is what it's called.
Yep.
And then the ticket includes 3 4-ounce pours from their amazing draft selection. So that'll be on the 17th.
Should be a fun way to see Tacoma. I know for myself, I'm like, Tacoma. But I've done a few, what my family calls, we call them urban hikes, where we'll take the light rail in, and it's actually a lot of fun. There's actually a lot to see and do there, and especially with the first stop at the Glass Museum. You've got Harmon Brewery there. There's Hello Cupcake. There's a great pizza place. Zeke's Pizza. The UW Bookstore is right there. Bunch of cute little retail shops there. So it's a really good spot just to kind of walk around and relax. And then heading up to McMiniman's, which I haven't been to, but I've heard a lot of good things. They've got 3 or 4 different restaurants, all with different themes, and the building has just been renovated beautifully. So excited to go check that out. And then we were able to find this tour company just randomly, and they offer just a wide range of opportunities that we'll probably dive into.
This is a custom one they're doing
as the season goes. But pretty slick. So we're excited to have this one, and once again, it's close to home, so not a lot of driving or anything. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And on the walking tour, the light rail is free, and once you get through downtown, so there will be some light rail that will go on, so it won't be walking the whole time.
But it's gate to gate.
It is, exactly. I thought you were going to say it's November.
Well, you can still.
Weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's walking. So we could just walk really quickly at the same pace as light rail and probably beat it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do.
It does go up, and we could go straight, and just walk through Pack Ave. Gate to gate.
Oh, look at that. You guys were like right on the nose. So for gate to gate, we're just going to show you. I know how many people here are signed up for gate to gate. Wow, look at you.
That's everyone online.
Good job. So we're just going to go over a quick how-to of how to register, because I know there's been some questions about it. So I just want to make sure it's clear. So on this website, it gives you kind of a once-over of what the Gate to Gate program is. This year, we are celebrating the birthday of the National Park System. So there's some really cool prizes this year. You get I believe, let's see.
Prizes.
Oh yeah, prizes. A lifetime pass for the National Park Service, which is pretty cool.
Which is weird because most
Because it is
so
the senior
exciting.
pass is lifetime. Yes.
Sandy.
Way to Debbie down that one.
I'll be sure to share your feedback.
Yes, ma'am. From the most negative woman.
That's gonna be a really great time. And then the second place prize is gonna be a $50 gift card to the resort. So
Ooh,
all facilities.
yeah.
See? There you go.
Go for second. Woo! Go
Sandy's
second.
gonna watch the step, and if she's like in first, she's just gonna take the week off and be like, I'm just gonna wait. But so down here, you scroll down a little bit, and there's a button that says register. You click on that.
Oh, I'm clicking it?
Yep, you're clicking it. We're going the whole shebang here. Okay, so a couple of things that I've learned from helping members. Your username cannot be an email. So it has to be a name. So I know a couple of people have tried to register and gotten bounce backs, and then it's because they've used their email as their user. So it has to be like P-Row or something like that. And then your password does not have to be the same as your MTL password. It can be anything you want because it's a separate platform. And then you select your community, which for us is Tahale, up top.
Ooh, we're at the top.
Yeah.
And then for which tier of stepper, this is new this year. So they've split it up into 3 different tiers. There's casual stepper, which is an average of 0 to 10,000 steps per day. There's there's intermediate, which is typically 10,001 to 20,000 steps in a day. Or if you're just like really overly, there's a super stepper.
We have one,
Called the
yeah, a
Shield.
couple of them right here.
Which is typically over 20,001 steps. In the gym, there is a conversion chart of workout classes that we have here. So if you take one of Todd's classes, it has a conversion chart for about how many steps that equates to. So you can log a fitness class through here via steps. Yeah, Nancy.
Do you have the swimming classes too on the conversion chart?
Yeah, so the question from the audience was if the swimming classes are on there. There is some samples for, it doesn't specifically say shallow water, but it will tell you about how long you swam for and has a conversion on there. Good question.
Anything else with this?
No, that's all.
All right.
And then when you register, I get an email, and then we will bill it for you, and then you'll get a notification from the concierge team that your shirt's ready for pickup. There are limited sizes available. So far, we haven't had any problems, but the shirts are here. So when you register, you'll get a call, come on down, get your shirt, and then we'll be ready to go. Just a couple days left.
And then once you start, let's say that it's the end of the week of November, then does it tell you what to do?
So you'll log into the website. You can either do daily entries. I believe they said they have to be in by the Monday. So, and then, so for me personally, I have to do it daily because otherwise I don't keep track of every single day for 7 days. So you can put it in and then it will track for you. And then each community, the central services team tracks each community and then each community compared to the other ones.
On a weekly basis.
On a weekly basis, yes, yeah.
Are the prices going to be per tiers, so you'll get the prices in each tier?
That's a good question. Can you go?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe,
Yeah.
yeah, the question is, are there prizes at each
Yes,
tier?
that's
Yes,
right.
there are prizes at each tier. Yep,
Yeah.
that's the reason we created the tiers. So more prizes is what we get.
More fun.
Yeah,
Unless
more
you
fun.
candy.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so the
Bubble gum for everybody. Yep.
yeah, so that's new this year because I know there's some people at other properties who train for marathons. And so that's part of why we did this 3 different tiers so that people don't feel like, what the heck's the point, you know? So we split up into 3 tiers this year. So I'm excited about this change. It's a great example of how Blue Star has heard feedback and we've evolved a program. So I'm curious to see how it goes. This year I'm a casual stepper because I am very tired these days. It's very odd.
I think it's great because a lot of people wouldn't do it because they go, well, I don't walk that much. I go, but every step counts.
Yep, every step does count.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially towards that team goal, the club goal.
Mhm.
You do 4,000 steps in a month. That'll count. That it makes a big difference. So
And one other thing to point out is we do have 6 team members who are registered, but the team members count towards a different area. So we're not competing for prizes, but we're helping get stuff.
And this just registers us for gate to gate. If you want to do the breakfast walk or the final, or you're going to start.
Nope, that's a good question, Sandy. So the question was, for the registration that we just walked through, that just registers you for the gate to gate program, but please register for the individual walks through MTL. And we will be doing the Saturday morning walks. I'll be joining Fawn. We're going to be turning those into some gate to gate walks. So that'll be fun.
Maybe I should do those. I mean,
you are registered.
I am. Oh, yeah, that's right. I am registered.
We just saw you do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if big sigh that came
Shoot.
out. He went, oh, yeah.
I don't believe in exercise, so.
Oh, no, I've seen the list. He's on there.
Jason, remember your words. You just said every step counts.
God, yeah, dang it. I'm put on the spot now. I don't want to lose this body. I mean, it's just worked really hard at it, and
It's really attached.
any bit of exercise, you know, I don't want to be doing that. So, yeah, I should do that.
They're like a community that lives in their price. Is there, so I'm thinking like incentive for someone, like someone who just says, I can only walk 5,000 steps. Why should I do it? Right?
Yep, so I believe it's a trophy that goes to the different property who wins each year, and then we get to house it for a year. So let's win this year. Do they?
They factor in
Okay.
size, yeah.
Small.
Yeah.
Small
And it
but
also,
tiny.
there's actually a little peek behind the curtain. There's actually competition between all the clubs all the time, as in all the events we do throughout the year, participation and, well, there's a lot of factors in, but participation, financials, and survey results and all that stuff factors into Club of the Year and such like that. So there is a lot of friendly competition between all the Trilogy clubs. And then some of the events, such as Gate to Gate, and some of the other ones do have true club-to-club competitions as well. So we don't probably talk about that as much as we probably should, but we'll add that for next year. That'll be good. Members survey. So we've got just over a week left on the member survey. It'll close next Sunday. So far, last number I saw, we had about 35% of the membership has filled it out. So really love to, if you have opinions on anything, whether positive or negative, would appreciate everyone filling out that survey. It does make a difference, and we do read it. I've read every single comment so far.
The survey online, what do you get?
Good question.
The survey is online. So Central Services posted a news post. So if you go to MTL, you want to show how really quick?
Sure.
So when you go on MTL and you log into your account, they have it pinned, so it'll stay at the top of the news section when you click on news. So Jason will get logged in here. We are not in a warm area right now.
Mailroom's open, just so y'all know.
Different property. Okay, so we click on news. There we go.
And it's
Okay.
it comes in your daily bulletin.
Yeah, and then they've also have it plugged to every daily bulletin that goes out. So when you get your daily emails, it'll be there, but this is probably the fastest way. If you just log into MTL, click on news section, and it's pinned at the top. And then there's that link right there that says, take the survey now. And then you say, okay, great.
And just a reminder, constructive criticism is preferred. And remember about the lodge, the Blue Star team, the operation here, nothing having to do with Shea Homes, your build, your home, the customer service you've received with that. I've seen a lot of comments already with the construction, and I've also seen a lot of not constructive criticism as well. So make sure that it's really constructive stuff that's going to be helpful, because we do read it. Like I said, I've read them all already. I've seen the numbers, and we do want to improve. And as we go into our planning meetings for next year, not only for events, which we're doing in a couple weeks, but also for just our overall goals for next year. We do use that survey to adjust things and make sure that it's heading in the direction that everyone wants. But they do need to be constructive. They do need to be presented in a way that makes us want to help out rather than not. We'll just put it that way. So anyways, just keep that in mind. I believe that everyone that's watching Summiteer live or is attending is not in that boat. Typically, the people that are that angry and frustrated are not paying attention to this. But hopefully, if you know those people, you can just reach out and let them know that, hey, make sure to fill out the survey and let's try and be helpful with that. Happy Halloween!
That's so cute.
Look at that little picture.
I just love puppies.
Remember, dogs are not allowed on the property, so I don't know why we're having a picture of
They're
it.
in the forest, sir.
Oh, okay.
There's nature behind them.
How many people are coming to Monster Mash tonight? Ooh, yikes.
Well,
Take that out of the... Everyone raised their hand. It's amazing.
it's amazing. Everyone is coming, and everyone can't wait.
Well, we do have 100 members coming tonight to the costume party, so that should be a lot of fun.
And tomorrow is trunk or treat. So if you want to come down and bring your car, today's the last day to email me so I can reserve you a spot. We've advertised via, what's the name? There's like a Tahale newsletter that goes out from
Tina.
Yeah, Tina.
She was on vacation this week and no email went out.
Are you serious?
Oh,
Send it to me, I'll get it posted to those residents of Tahale as well as.
so that'd be great.
That was gonna happen. Okay, I'll email it to you. Thank you, Ginger.
It's funny, we had that, Paula had that icky feeling earlier
I had
this week.
this weird feeling this week, but I was
Something
like,
was in it.
yeah, because I was like, what
My
if I
hairdresser in Tahale didn't know about it, so I was.
Might as well
Okay.
put it on Facebook then.
Yeah, because I was trying to decide if I was going to post it on Facebook, but then I was like, well, it already went out to the Tahale, and so I didn't want to be like masses of humanity, you know. But I'll send it to you. Thank you for letting me know.
And she still need candy.
Always.
We always need candy. I do. My desk makes it look. Well, I am pregnant, but there's a lot of candy at my desk right now. Members have been very generous because we are going to be bagging up little treat bags for those who can't participate in trunk or treat or who have other plans. And then we're going to be handing them out. I'm going to put up a little pop-up tent with some lights out there. So we'll be there from 5 to 7 for the neighborhood kids to come down. And then for members who want to have trunk or treat, because I know some members just really love interacting. You can, I'll reserve you a parking spot. I only have about 3 or 4 cars. So like I said, if you do want to have a spot, please let me know by the end of today. So I don't have to put you by the dumpster.
That wouldn't be good.
No.
Sneak peek on a few things. Thanksgiving, almost sold out. So if you're planning on coming to the club for Thanksgiving, please register pretty quick. I think there's 120 reservations already, so we're almost sold out for that. So if you want a spot, grab that quick. We're also offering takeout for Thanksgiving at 12 o'clock. So if you want to pick up food instead and eat at your home, more than welcome to do that. This is the last slide, right? That's what I'm getting into.
I think so.
Yeah. So, and then we've got Holiday Marketplace in a few weeks for the, the old craft bazaar we used to do. We're calling it Holiday Marketplace. So that's going to take effect here in a few weeks. And then once you hit November, it's just going to go, right? We've got a holiday party starting to book, Santa brunches, and then we'll get to New Year's Eve, right? So we've got New Year's Eve. We just planned yesterday. Yesterday?
Yep.
Yeah, it was yesterday. So we've got 3 food stations we're going to be doing. We're doing a wine station, a beer station. We'll have a cocktail station. We're doing a DJ and photo booth, different DJ this year. I know that was a request. Change that up a little bit. So we have a different new DJ and a photo booth and just a lot of fun. We should be posting that probably in the next, probably by next week. We'll have New Year's Eve posted. So should be good. We're doing oyster shucking station and prawn cocktail station and carved beef Wellingtons and a pasta station, and we'll have a bunch of pasta appetizers as well. What are we doing for dessert again? I forget.
tuxedo strawberries and
dessert display of
Yeah.
assorted
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're expecting to we're planning for 250, 300 members coming to that. So it should be a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
And we're working on activating each space uniquely so that we can have the whole lodge involved. And I'm also working on a new way to check people in. My first day here was New Year's Eve, and I was outside, and it was terrifying.
No biggie.
No biggie. And cold and rainy, and so we're trying to get members in. So I'm working on a unique way to speed that process up. Since it is a full lodge event, we have to have everyone checked in before you come in the door. So I'm thinking maybe wristbands that people pick up beforehand, so you just flash your wristband and we know you're registered.
Coming into the club.
And then you come on into the club. So I am working on that. So that will be part of the post with instructions for how to get said wristband. And then, of course, we'll have a station set up if you forget it or lose it, and then we'll get you checked in that way.
Don't forget, a few more tickets left for the Thunderbirds game at the end of November. We already got 22 going to that. I think that's going to be an awesome group.
Yep.
Heading up to Kent to watch the Thunderbirds, and then we have the Seahawks tickets as well in January.
I think there's only 3 tickets left.
Only a few tickets left for that too, so that's filling up fast. And then we're working and trying to plan maybe one more bed and breakfast before Paula goes on maternity leave in January, which we're going to go to Leavenworth is what we're thinking. So that one should be a lot of fun.
I will just be sitting in a chair.
There should be wheeling her. It's what she did last time anyway. So
I'm just carrying on the tradition.
Dino and I.
I'm like the cruise director.
She supervised. She was a
I
great
supervised.
supervisor during the event. It was interesting. Yeah.
Somebody has to keep them in line. I don't know if you guys have ever been around Jason and Dino, but you think this is a lot?
It was a lot. It was a lot of fun. So we're trying to plan another bed and breakfast up to beautiful Leavenworth. We're trying to see if they're doing the ice festival this year. They haven't quite made that announcement yet, but it's a beautiful area up there in January. So we're trying to put that together and see how that goes. So if you're interested in doing that, let us know, and because we always like to kind of get that started, and that way we can see what events people are looking for.
Yeah, I know Bucky is interested.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Okay, good.
And then I'm also planning in December, hopefully doing the zoo lights at Point Defiance. So I grew up half a block away from the Woodland Park Zoo. So I'm very familiar with those, and I've done the Tacoma ones once or twice, but now I live down this way. And they're really fun. And one time I got to ride a camel at the zoo lights, and that's just cool.
PJs and pancakes in December.
No, not this year. I won't be getting on a camel. And pancakes and, what's it called?
PJs and pancakes.
That's it.
PJs and pancakes. We got it this year as well in December. So, yeah, it's going to be exciting. We got a lot planned. And then, like I said, next Saturday, we're going to have Summiteer Live, and then we're going to take off because we're going to spend all day locked in a room with all the managers, and we're going to hash out 2022 events.
I have a lot of snacks.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll should have some great ideas after that to kind of hopefully have a bit of a master calendar that you can start planning out some of the major events. So we're going to work on that, which should be really good.
Yeah.
So,
any questions? I think that was the last slide.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I'll just let you guys know that our next HOA meeting is here at the Lodge Live, our first live meeting since 2020, beginning of the year. There's a company, so please, wear your mask, but also register on MPL. Mm-hmm. And this is the one where we go over the
November 11th, right?
Yep, November
11th. It's Thursday, November 11th. And then, and then the one where we actually vote and ratify it will be December 2nd also.
Yes, my choice.
Which I don't know if that's posted yet. December 2nd.
Oh no, December 2nd is not. I haven't posted December. November 11th is, but not December 2nd yet.
That will be this week though.
It should be, yes.
I had one person bring it to my attention. I asked them to bring it here, but they were wondering if there's any possibility that you could have a paper monthly thing so that you don't have to go through the the phone all the time? You just say, or is it too much going on to put it on a piece of paper?
Yeah, so the question from the audience, we're trying to get better about repeating questions for people who watch the recording, so bear with me.
We're not just repeating because we don't understand.
Yeah, so the first thing was reminding members that there is an HOA board meeting at the lodge on November 11th. Please register on MTL for that because it is limited seating. And then the second question was if we could do a printout calendar of the monthly events. I do one for lifestyle and activities that gets posted to a news section, and the concierge can always print that for you. It is subject to change, just like everything is, and sometimes things get added after it's been published. But unfortunately, if we were going to do one with every member-led club, every event, it would be a book. So the best way to kind of sort through that is on MTL to go to the calendar icon and click on that. It'll show you the full month. And then you can sort by lifestyle, which is going to be, you know, wine dinners and things like that. You can sort by member-led clubs, which will only show you member-led clubs, or you can sort by fitness, and it will only show you fitness classes. So that's how I always suggest to kind of streamline that process, because I know MTL, there's a lot on there, but that's how I suggest doing that.
You can also search on calendars.
Oh, sorry, what?
How did you get to calendar?
So in the top right-hand corner, that little button there.
What drop, oh, that little button.
Yep.
I didn't even know. And you can print that calendar
Yep.
if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
You can also search on keywords to even get faster. So if you're looking for like a wine dinner, you search for wine and it just pulls up like the 3 wine dinners. Right.
Or
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And
That's a great
search
point, too.
also works for members. So if you know you met Betty somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
you can search up there for Betty and then go to the members and see all the Bettys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the search button's wonderful. Like our lovely audience just said, it helps you search for members, and then also can help you search for events. So like keywords, wine, beer, sightseer, fitness.
But don't search for hike because it usually, well, sometimes it's hiking and sometimes it's like.
Is it really?
Oh,
That's good for me to know. I need to be more mindful on that.
Good question, though. Seems like I had something else to say about. Oh, I did want to just throw in a little bit of a plug. We are Barrel Master members. Just a heads up, you're going to receive renewal information probably towards the end of November. So just be mindful of that. I would hint side-eye, just remind members, if you are on the fence about Barrel Masters, I would sign up this year so that you get the discount as you go into next year. So keep that in mind for anyone that's on the fence for Barrel Masters. I would really recommend now be the sign up time to sign up so that when we go into 2022, that you get an opportunity to take advantage of the renewal rate rather than the new rate in 2022. So keep that in mind. I have mentioned that at the last few events, and I think we've picked up 5 or 6 new Barrel Masters in the last couple of weeks. So just kind of be mindful of that. If you are on the fence, I would recommend you sign up now, where you're only going to pay for December at this point.
So you don't pay for the whole year.
No, you just pay for, it's
Prorated.
prorated. So you just pay $25 or $50 for the month of December, and then that gets you access to the renewal rate for next year. So,
We just email you or?
yep. Well, for renewal or new Barrel Masters?
No, for reading.
For renewal, it'll automatically renew unless you tell me otherwise. Yep. But that'll go out in an email. You'll see that. So.
Dave gets those emails.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll add you to the email list then.
Thank you.
I can add you to that.
Thank you.
What I just pulled up is the highlights calendar, like I was referring to. So it definitely doesn't have everything, and some things are subject to change. But this is kind of just a quick sample of what gets posted every month as well. That's printable.
Good questions. What other questions are out there?
That one's not posted yet.
Which one?
The Thanksgiving arrangement class. We have one of our food and beverage team members, Rachel, is also very crafty. And
Very
so,
crafty.
Very crafty. And so we haven't posted it yet because she and I are going to go to the market and get flowers to dry. And so before I can post it, we have to just kind of get all of our other ducks in a row because I don't want it to go live and then have something whoopsie. But she's really excited about it. And then when that one does get posted, I'll pin it as a daily digest since it will be something that wasn't on this calendar before.
Should be good. And then also, just like plugging stuff right now, Riedel glassware tasting we're doing in December. We have Restaurant Wine Week in December. So we've booked the Thursday, I think it's the 9th, is going to be the Riedel glassware tasting. So if anyone's done that, we've had probably 50 to 100 members have participated in that over the years, but we're bringing that back. It's going to be a new lineup. Their performance series before wine glasses that you're going to take home. Whole tasting set. You're going to have wines with it as well. Should be, once again, a lot of fun for that event. We'll talk more about that as we get closer, but we should be having that here up in the next week or two as well. So really exciting, really fun to have them come back in. They fly in for it. There's a rep from Riedel, and so really exciting to bring them. And this stuff blows your mind. I can't say it enough. It's amazing how much the glassware plays a role in your wine drinking experience. So, but other than that, everyone, thank you all very much. Let's all go outside and enjoy that sun.